We recently moved to Montrose, Colorado, and as the summer approached, we thought we would start looking into what the river running options were up here. Yeah, we were delighted at what we found. So we picked up a couple inflatable kayaks, and the stuff that we found online, the information out there, some of it's good. Some of it's also a little confusing and outdated. So we turned to the folks down at Montrose Kayak and Surf, and they helped us out quite a bit. So what I thought I would do is share what I've learned with a few different videos on a few of the rivers here. This is the town run through the town of Montrose, the Uncompahgre River. So what I'm going to do is I'll show you what the run looks like, and then at the end we'll fly some maps through with a little bit more detail, you know, where you can park, where you put in, where you take out, and some things you might want to be aware of. So let's go take a look. Well, as you can plainly see, there was a lot of fun hogging going on here. I probably don't need to say it, but you know, all these activities, these outdoor sports that we enjoy so much, river running is dangerous, and it's really important that you get some instruction or hang out with a group of folks that are in the know and let their knowledge rub off on you. That knowledge, there's just so much to learn, let me just say that. And secondly, these river rats, and I say that affectionately, are very good storytellers. And one thing that you'll hear them throw out a lot if you're new to this crowd is like, oh man, I got stuck in the room of doom at 10,000. Dude. Or maybe, 300 is a sweet spot on that one. You'll hear a lot about these numbers, and what they're referring to is cubic feet per second. And this is just simply the amount of water that's running down a river. You know, the higher the number, the more the water. So it's not true that because the number is small, the river is easy, or because the number is high, the river is difficult. It could be the reverse of that. Every river has its own character, so it's important for you to do your due diligence and find out more about the river. You know, what the flow rate means on that particular river. And for us here in Montrose, like I mentioned in the beginning, Montrose Kayak and Surf, the folks are a really good resource for that. So it's worthwhile looking into it for sure. Get as much information as you can. You know, you want to be sure that, you know, last week a tree didn't fall down across the river, or a big boulder roll in, or something you can't navigate. So it's something to pay attention to. Get the local current information on the river that you're going to run. So hey, let's go ahead and take a look at the maps and we'll see what we got here. On the first map you can see it's an overview from the Lake Chipeta. I'm not really sure how to pronounce that. From there to the water park and to the West Main takeout. So let's look at a close view of the lake at the beginning of the run. So you turn off Chipeta, you go down to the RV park entrance. Don't go into the Riverbend RV park. You turn just prior to that and you go out to the river. This is an unloading area only. You drop your stuff off, come back and park up at the parking area. The river above this, from what I understand, we are not permitted to run because it's all private property. From the lake, the river heads to the north, and it's, I believe they call it class 2 and 3. I think for the most part, the 3 lies within the Montrose Water Sports Park, but the upper section can be a little tricky and a little bit to maneuver, and there's a few rapids there. So here's a detail of the water sports park. It's, you enter it right off of Rio Grande Avenue, straight shot right back to the park. It's a beautiful park. Here you can put in and take out in several places if you want to rerun some of these rapids that are in there. You'll see a lot of people surfing in this area too. It's just a real fine park. Now the river kind of gets quiet and goes down to the West Main trailhead, put in and take out, and there's signage when you get close across the walk bridge that goes across. There's a sign there that lets you know you're getting close. The takeout is on River Right, and there's a little parking area and a small park on River Right. The river gets a lot more calm, and it's, I think, mainly because it gets wide and the river breaks up in several places in different channels. Something to be careful of, that when it does thin out and breaks off in different channels, it can force you into some pretty narrow places against the shoreline, and there can be some snags and trees that are hanging over that you would want to be careful of. In most places, there's gravel bars in the center of the river that you could easily exit onto and walk around. Before you get to Tavawatch Park, you'll start seeing signage for the takeout. There's a sign, I believe, that says in 100 yards, and then there is one at the takeout. And you don't want to go past this takeout because there's a diversion dam down there that'll cause you a whole bunch of trouble. So make sure you hit the takeout. Here's a close-in view of the Tavawatch Park and the point that you do not want to pass. And a good reference is it's off of Townsend, kind of behind the Pepsi plant there, and directly across the street to the east is the airport. Okay, there you have it. We sure did have a good time on this run. It's a really good run. Just be sure to get the updated information, you know, what's current on the flows and what's going on the river. Always expect the unexpected, and you'll never be surprised. And remember all that safety stuff. I don't want to take the time to go through it. You need a helmet, you need that personal float, you need that PFD, you know, you need a first aid kit and spare paddles and all that stuff. So go out there, have a good time. I really appreciate you watching. I hope this helps you out on your adventure. Until next time, GoPro, stop recording.